She was crying and said she wanted to follow me. I said, no, hold on, the crowd is too much. So at first, how am I supposed to go back and tell this woman that something I've been giving her hope for all the while we're driving to the place, even getting there? How do I tell her that it's true? I could have showed you some of the videos, but I did not make any video that day. I couldn't make video. I didn't come there to make videos. It was on that day that I found out that 95% of the young people in this country are now content creators who create content with everything. At the point when they took the body and passed the wife, you know, she started screaming. And from there, they said we were going to a certain hospital. I didn't know the hospital. At the same time, I didn't want to take the wife there to the hospital. So I called the whine am. They tell her, say, I'm trying to make calls to know where they are. I don't really know where they are. You know, I just try the whine am, make she know, because she was forcing me. She said if I don't take her to where her husband is, that she's going to jump out of my car. So I was calling some Nollywood women. They go help me hold her now, because me, I be man. No be me go they hold a woman when they cry. Most times when somebody by man will they console, men will they console the man, women will they console the woman, you know. But some of these people who finally got to the hospital, some of the actors or Nollywood people where they call to help me hold the wife, if they come hospital, they go pass me, go do video first. At the end of the day, I was still the one holding this woman until later on, one of her friends called me, Mrs. JMO. She called me and said, please, what's happening? Is it true? So I started to bring Jnr Pope's wife to her house. We got there, the woman joined us in the car and we went back to the hospital again. So I was still with her, you know. They already took the guy to the morgue. No, he didn't enter inside the mortuary because the mortuary attendant refused and said, if he's going to stay here, he can only stay for only 3 days because he died in the water. So at that moment, Regina Daniel started calling me. Regina Daniel called me and said, where are you guys? What's happening? Is it true? She was just crying and just, you know. So me, I tell her, I say, you hold yourself. Oh. I'm trying to see how I can hold this woman. So if I'm going to tell you where we are, if you are going to come here, you have to, you know, arrange yourself so that it doesn't get worse for the wife. So it was difficult for Regina Daniel, but I directed her to the hospital. Regina Daniel she came with her mom and a few other persons. I think they were the first set of people who came, and their focus first went to the wife. You know, every other person want to do video, every other person want to do many things where they will post later. You know, the people were they civilized, no plenty. And many people were not what I thought they were rather. Many people were not what I thought they were. You know, some people know, might not go into all those details, because if I want to talk about those parts, I should say internet will break, but let's just leave it. Let's leave it like that. Because at the end of the day, for this entertainment industry, people they serve God, they very few. Very, very few. That day I felt like it was only me self. Though a few other persons there. While we're there, she now said she wants to see her husband, and her father refused. Some other persons agreed, some refused. Me, I was of the opinion that let her see her husband. At the end of the day, she goes to see him. If she don't see him today, she go see him tomorrow. She go see him next tomorrow. Before he's going to be buried, she will see him. So maybe she was crying and saying that she wants to talk to her husband. If she talks to her husband will wake up. Her husband will listen to her. So finally they agreed. We started walking towards where the husband was. Some Nollywood people intercepted and said, no, she cannot see her husband, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, why? Is this some form of tradition? What is your reason? Person husband, make you see your husband body now. At least make she rest, make she agree, say, it don't happen. You know, so they refused. After a while, they said, okay, she can come now. We were going again. They intercepted her again and sent her back. This time around, Regina Daniel's mom was there and all those people. So they held her and said she has to see her husband. As we were approaching, the next thing we heard, Jnr Pope is alive. Jnr Pope is alive. JP is alive. One boy was the one that started that news. He said, Jnr Pope is alive. He's alive. His hand was shaking. His body shook. And they saw him. His hand did like this. And the next thing, everyone rushed. This boy, can I get the phone? Let me have a phone. This boy that said that Jnr Pope is alive, this boy was not even close to the corpse. Like, he was not close to the body. He was not even close. Jnr Pope is alive. So, and he stood far as people were running towards the body. This boy was recording. He was recording. Like, this was like, it was like a, you know, like say a prank us. You just like say a prank us. Just the record. So that's what I'm saying. I was not saying, hey, this guy is alive. Can we organize like a prayer chain? We're already in the hospital. Can the doctor come back and check him again? For where 95% of the people there had the same opinion that he should be taken back to the river. That Babalawo that brought him out from the river. We got to finally Jnr Pope, brought him out because the driver of the truck was no longer around. Brought him out of the truck, you know, put him into one Lexus, and as they were about leaving, the second guy who was dead is a crew member. The crew members association or something like that now refused and said this guy, the Jnr Pope, is not going anywhere. If we are going to leave their own person, like they are going to leave their person, Jnr Pope is not going anywhere. They now carry the body of their own friend or their colleague, the crew member. They carried his own body and used it to block the gates. It was a huge drama that day. It be like film. They blocked the gates. So people now say, okay, start another car. They carry that other guy, put in the car, and they zoom. How do you move somebody? Let's assume Jnr Pope's hand shook at that time. We'll assume say hand shake. So let's when hand shake. How do you move him from a hospital to Babalawo? How do you do that? Such ideas could have come from only a demon showing on the screen as an actor. How do you do that? Nobody listened to any of us. Everybody just did their mind. So because the people when they will say, okay, make doctor check him and let us be praying, people get our opinion not past 5. So how we're supposed to subdue those many other people? And Babalawo house is like up the hill. You know, you had to climb and climb and climb. We got there. By the time we're getting there, over 1,000 people were there already. So we got there. They put him near a fire. The Babalawo, I think he called some other Babalawo to join him. He did blah blah blah, many things. I don't know how they do those things. Just laid him down there. They said another time again. I said his hand shook at that time. Came to that place again and said, his hand, he shake now, he don't move. Everyone started saying, he's alive. And this boy immediately left. The next video this boy made, this thing was happening at Nebu Marine, Anam River. This boy made his next video at DBS Road. Because if you check one of those videos, you will see the banner of my show, the billboard of my show. My billboard no dey Marine, my billboard dey DBS. The one showing in that boy's video, that DBS Road the day, front of just after First Empire, before House on the Rock Church. That one. Like, so this boy was making videos, giving reports of what was happening at the Babalawo house and at the hospital while he was on DBS Road. I can't remember the boy that Very Dark Man was talking about. This guy was making video that he's alive. Everyone started posting he's alive. To the point that even the AGM president, without proper verification, posted that the young man was alive. Later on, he deleted the tweet or the stuff that he posted.